'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the condo, not a person was moving, because they were all gonzo. The victims were hanged by the chimney with rope, to signify to the police that there would be no hope. I strangled him, stabbed her, and macheted this guy in the head. Even the final girl was nestled all snug among the dead. How is one slasher to deal with all this success, but to sit back in the lazy boy for a nice cozy rest? When out the front stoop arose such a noise, well, it was Deputy John and a few of his boys. No biggie, no problem, just more kills for the list. So I dashed while lurking to the front door real quick, admiring my work all sprawled out on the floor as I leapt and high-stepped on my way towards the door. There was dumb guy and smart girl, no body left for the sequels, aside from the lawmen who were exiting their vehicles. With red and blue flashes, Deputy John did appear. I knew at that moment that the end was near. My heartbeat grew rapid, and his orders they came, as he directed his men and called them by name. Now Harlan, now Craven, now Carpenter and Hopkins, on Wallace, on Shoulder, on Miner and McLaughlin. Block all the exits and cover the yard. Go quickly, move swiftly, and be on your guard. He huffed and he puffed, he yelled and he pounded. Open the door! We have the place surrounded! As all good things that come to an end, but I just have one last message to send. With red and blue lights reflecting off my knife with a glare, I cleaned off the blood and flew to the stairs. When I sprang past the fireplace, a strange thing caught my eye. It was the absence of the final girl who refuses to die. She escaped my clutches not 4 times but 5. Where in this godforsaken condo could she possibly hide? As I pondered these things, my anger poured over to rage, but visions of my vengeance left my fears assuaged. I knew that for now, tonight was mine, but I needed to find her. I couldn't waste any time. Out of nowhere, and much to my surprise, she with a machete jumped out and nailed me between the eyes. With a wail and a thud, against the wall I fell, and at this point I knew I was in for some hell. She hit me again, not 2 times but 3, first cutting the knife from my hand and then giving me a sideways bend in my knee. The 4th brought my forearm to a 90-degree angle, and the 5th cut my foot off just below the ankle. For a moment she looked at me and took off my mask herself. I laughed when I looked at her, and then I peed myself. With a wink of her eye and a swing at my head, I knew that she knew it was the only way to kill me dead. She spoke not a word, and as though on a whim, she let out a snicker as my body went limp. And looking down at me, my head in my lap, she knew it was all over and started to laugh. She dropped the machete and made her way to the door. She was covered with blood and dripping with gore. She stopped and she turned to look at me one last time. Merry Christmas, mother, and to all a good night.